Over the last couple of years, it seems like there's been a lot of icons and legends who have been passing away. And in my personal life, there's been a lot of people who I look to as mentors and heroes who have passed away. Today on Geek Devotions, we're going to talk about what we need to do when we see the legends passing away. Hello, Devoted Geeks. Welcome to Geek Devotions, show from Devoted Geeks who are devoted to let you know you're loved. I'm Dallas. I'm so glad you've hit the play button today. If you're new to our show, we take geek, pop culture items like movies, video games, comic books, and we use it to let people know that they're loved. So if you don't watch past this moment, know this: we love you, care about you. There is a plan, a purpose for your life. Do not give up. This was a topic I was actually planning on talking about today. This past week, we had someone in our life pass away. And it's always sad. It's hard to go through. And we've had several people in the last couple of years who have passed that were close to Celeste and I. But for Geek Devotions, I wanted to share this with you guys because this is a person who has been part of the show. Some of you guys may remember years ago, we had a school ministry take over the channel. And they did a whole Star Wars month. And the one individual is an older gentleman and very kind, and very, very funny guy. And he actually ended the show by saying this.
Holy cow, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Geek out. We're out.
That man's name is David Pearson. He was a good man, and he's a local businessman, but he was a very giving individual. In fact, I did several jobs for him over the years. For a while, I had a business where I was helping people set up their own recording studios, and he hired me to do that. And once he had finished a project he was working on, he didn't need the equipment. So he called me up and had me come over, and he actually gave me this microphone right here, which is a professional grade microphone that he just gave me and Celeste because he believed in what we were doing. And over the years, I'd seen him just be incredibly caring and taking care of people and providing where things need to be provided. And he was a good man. In fact, for a while, I worked for him, and the paychecks I would get from working for him actually went into Geek Devotions. So when I say that he was someone who was part of Geek Devotions, he was intrinsically in various ways, be it through his prayers, his encouragement, or his financial help at times. And it kind of hit me special. Over the last couple of years, it's been interesting. We had another person who served on the team who passed away last year, Michael Minacci, and that hit us in a special place too. These guys are legends, and they have helped support us. And as I pan back, there's a lot of legends who are passing away. Even as the recording of this episode this morning, the legendary Chuck Norris passed away. And I look back over the last year or so, where we had people like Akira Toriyama, who passed away a couple years ago. He's the creator of Dragon Ball Z, one of the most influential animes of history. We had Cary Tagawa, who was a prolific actor who passed away back last year. You had Val Kilmer, who passed away. All these people are leaving behind a legacy. And they're people that people have looked up to in various ways. And so for today, what I wanted to tackle is what needs to happen in this tension, for an older generation, but also for a younger generation. And so this is going to be a little bit of a different episode, maybe a little bit more somber, but hopefully it's going to be encouraging for you guys too. First off, to an older generation, I want to encourage you that you're not done. God's not done with you. There's still work for you to do. There's still people for you to encourage, inspire. There's people that are there that need to be reached that only you can reach specifically. But I do want to encourage you to be intentional about passing on to the next generation, raising up people and inspiring them. I think about Psalm chapter 71, verse 18. It says this: "So even to old age and gray hairs, O God, do not forsake me, until I proclaim your might to another generation, your power to all those to come." Here the psalmist is reflecting on his life, and he's not scared of what's to come, but he is passionate about not passing away until he's passed on to the next generation. There are people in your life, there's a generation coming up behind you that needs you to speak into them and to encourage them, to inspire them. They need your wisdom to see some of the things that maybe you've walked through, and with grace and love, not in a controlling way, not in a demeaning way, but for you to go, hey, young person, I need you to keep your eyes open because this is something that you may not be seeing right now. Now understand, they may have to fall into the same holes you did, but you'll at least be there to go, let me help you back up. Let me help you walk past this moment just the way I had to. And then for the generations to come, younger people, I need you guys to understand that you're going to need to step up in some ways. We have prolific voice actors and screenwriters and book writers. We have leaders, movers and shakers who have passed away this past several years. You have legends in your life who have passed away, mentors. People who have been so influential. The things that they have invested in you, be it their inspiration, be it their wisdom, be it the very skills that they've taught you, you're going to need to pick those up. And you're going to need to begin to run with those things. Because they were passed down to you for a reason, for a purpose. Those mentors in your life who have passed away, they invested in you for a specific reason. Honor that. Pick them up and run. Now, some of these people have passed away. Not all of them are perfect. Not all of them none of them are perfect. There are flaws in every person that's out there. Some people may have done some really dumb things, but there's still some wisdom and some grace that they have passed down to you, and you need to pick it up and run, because there's a generation behind you that needs you to be walking in those same things. They need you to be walking with grace and love. They need you to be walking with wisdom. They need you imparting into them, helping them through the very trials and troubles that you yourself walked into. And some of you are like, Dallas, I'm pretty young. Like I'm only 20 years old. It's time for you to start stepping into things. Start leading with grace. Understand there's an older generation ahead of you, and you need to allow them to lead you, but you need to start leading a younger generation yourself. I look at my own life. I am 41 years old, guys, 41. And I'm having to be intentional about raising up a next generation. People who come behind me. Now, 41 is still pretty young for folks. But I understand that there are 20-year-olds who need to be stepping into the same things I stepped into. There are teenagers who need wisdom, who need somebody to guide them through certain things. I'm having to be intentional about passing on things. And I'm having to also be intentional about picking up the things that an older generation is leaving behind. The goodness and the kindness, the ability to give and to share, like David had, who passed on this stuff. I need to pick up those mantles, if you will. I need to pick up those things and be willing to do the same thing for our generation. The wisdom that was passed down to me by so many great people this past couple years that passed away. I need to walk in those things, but pass them down. That's how we continue to grow as a society, as a people. This is how God has created us to be, to grow old and to pass down. Because what happens is this. I think about the book of Judges, and now the people of Israel had gotten way out of whack, and every generation that came, there was a failure to pick up the mantle, to pick up the things of God and walk them out. And they begin to deteriorate generation after generation after generation. There are things that God has given you, and the next generation needs you to pass it down, so that the next generation can stand on higher ground. Their floor needs to be our ceiling. The next generation needs something to stand on that's solid, that's firm. And they need you to be willing to be honest with them about where you're at and what you're going through, and be giving. They need you to give away things. They need you to, not just things, but wisdom, responsibilities, trust. Give them the opportunity to do this now, because here's the deal. I feel like I'm rambling now, and I apologize. It is better for a younger generation to fail now when there are leaders who they trust are present to help them up, than down the road when all those leaders who have wisdom are dead and there's nobody there to help them. There's nobody there to help them be who God created them to be, to recover, to be restored. Again, this is kind of a rambling episode, and I apologize, but something that's been going through my head for the last week, a little bit longer even, or specifically last week. I want to say thank you to every person who is an older generation who has supported Celeste and I with Geek Devotions, what we do here. They have believed in who we are as individuals, beyond Geek Devotions. Thank you for believing in the next generation, for helping us to do what we do. And to those of you who are younger, I hope that Celeste and I can be of encouragement to you, can inspire you. I genuinely can't wait to see what the teenagers in my youth group do, how God moves in their lives. I've had the opportunity over the last 17, 18 years of serving in a singular church. I've been a kids pastor, I've been a youth pastor, I've been an online community pastor. I've served, even before I was a pastor, I was serving at the church. And I've worked with many young people. I really love seeing how many of them have grown up, and God's using them in some amazing ways. Some of them still got some challenges they're having to overcome, but God's moving. He's challenging them, and they're making an impact in people's lives. To me, that's exciting. I'm genuinely excited to see that. I look at the teenagers in the youth group right now, and they're so special to me, because they're at that transition time frame where the light bulb's starting to turn on, and they're starting to see things in a new way. And there's going to be a day where I'm going to step back and I'm going, wow, they're doing something I could never have imagined. Something that Celeste and I could never have done. Not that that's accounted to us. It's all accounted to the Lord. And I'm thankful to have the opportunity to be part of that process, to help pass that down. I'm thankful to be able to supply just something small for them to be able to do that. So again, final encouragement. For those of you who are older, pass things down. God's not done with you yet, but it's time to raise people up. And young people, it's time to start picking up some mantles. It's time to start picking up some things. Those of you who are like me, you're in your 40s, maybe in your 50s, or maybe you're in 30s. There's some mantles that some older people are passing down to you. You need to wake up to. Start stepping into, because they need you to do that. Question of the week for you guys. This has been kind of a somber episode. It's kind of different. Again, it's kind of memorialist, but who is somebody who's inspired you? Be honest about it. Who's inspired you? Who has spoken to your life and they have changed the way you do things? For me, it's a couple individuals. You have Garland Owensby, who was a professor at Nelson University, formerly SAGU. He inspired me in a lot of ways. When he passed away, we talked about that here on the show. Also, my lead pastor, Scott Etheridge, and my associate pastor, Matt Marino. Both those men have been huge influences in my life and have encouraged me, inspired me in various ways, and challenged me to see things and do things differently. And so those are my answers. But what are your answers? Leave the comments down below and let us know. I want to let you guys know that Celeste and I genuinely appreciate every one of you, care about you. We couldn't do this without the support of so many people. We're going to be at GeekCon in August. We're going to be there. We got a booth. And while there, we want to be able to pass down to the next generation. We want to inspire people, we want to encourage people. And that comes in various ways. Some of it's just being there and talking with you and just loving you in the moment, listening to your story. We love that. Some of my favorite moments from this past year at GeekCon was we're just at the table and there's just people walking by and they're actually in line to talk to the Ninja Turtles. But we got to just encourage them for a moment. That's special to us. So if you're going to be in the Shreveport-Bossier area, come to GeekCon in August. Come hang out, see our booth. And I want to say thank you to the people who have made it possible for us to do that. We can't go to GeekCon. We can't go to other conventions. We can't do this without the support of our devoted Patreon geeks. If you'd like to help support what we do here at Geek Devotions, go to our website, geekdevotions.com, click on the support page. You can give a one-time gift, or you guys can become a devoted Patreon geek and give monthly. But thank you so much to everyone who has decided to help us financially. But also thank you to those people who maybe they can't support us financially, but you do support us through your prayers, through your encouragement. Those are major things for us too. Doing this, sometimes it feels defeatist. You know, it's, you know, when you work with social media, you get what you get sometimes. Sometimes it's discouraging. So thank you for those who have been our friends, who have prayed for us, who has encouraged us, who has given us wisdom. We genuinely appreciate you guys. And before I go, I want to say thank you to the next generation of individuals who are coming up. There's some amazing younger people who are on YouTube, on TikTok, and they're doing stuff that are reaching other people with the gospel. Thank you guys for picking up a mantle and running with it. I am so proud of you and so thankful for who you are and what you are doing. Guys, I encourage you to hang out with us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Discord. Look for Geek Devotions. Again, go to our website, geekdevotions.com, for more stuff. Until next time, stay devoted. Peace and love.